guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I do want to show you with this detailed tutorial on how to crochet these puffy sleeves of these balloon sleeves cardigans or sweaters. They are really fashion right now. A lot of people, they do want to have these cardigans, and this is one of the patterns that I'm working on. So be ready that in the future this pattern is coming, and I am going to develop this one right now. I'm developing the sizes. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how you can crochet these puffy sleeves. So another thing is that you might ask, why should I think on crocheting them, because I can just go forth and back. So the thing is that if you continue the same amount of ribbings that you have here, and you continue them here at the ribbing down, you actually are going to have a huge cuff over here. So it's going to be really big. So the bigger the sleeve, the bigger the cuff. So you're not going to have that puffiness that you are expecting for these balloon sleeves. So as you can see, the sleeve here comes really small, tight, and here is really big. So I'm going to show you now how how I do the balloon sleeves. So first of all, I do want to show you the construction. So this sleeve is crocheted this way and just like this. So probably some of you who know this kind of technique, this kind of stitch, which is closed half double crochet, I call it. And this is all worked like this. It's not worked horizontally, but it's worked vertically. So to crochet the sleeve, we actually have to start the chain stitches on the length of the sleeve. And then we work the sleeve like this. So the thing is that with the puffy sleeve, you cannot continue forth and back till the end, and come back and go up and then come back again till the end. So the technique that I do to have these puffy sleeves, but here to be very, very tight, is that every 2 rows I would just come back and work the sleeve up to here, and then I will go back, then I will come back, and then I will work the sleeve to the stitches to the end. This is what I do. So then I will have more ribbings on the top here, but I will have the half of the ribbings at the cuff over here. I really hope that this makes sense. But anyway, I am going to show you a miniature of the sleeve, so then you have the idea how this technique, how this construction for these balloon sleeves work. Okay, so let me show you. So once you have taken the yarn of your choice and you have combined it with the hook that matches that yarn, first you have to decide the length of the sleeve, and you have to decide how many stitches it is going to be here for the cuff. So I am in this case I have a very long sleeve, so I have 6 slip stitches over here, and then the rest is half double crochet. So I am going to have an amount of 20 stitches, and from these 20 stitches, 5 are going to be slip stitches and 15 are going to be half double crochet stitches. So 5 is going to be for the ribbing and 15 are going to be for the half double crochet. And it's going to be, of course, small because I don't need to crochet the whole sleeve. I just want to show you how this works. So I am working 20 stitches, and I will need also 1 stitch for the turning. So I am going to, so you have to take that in account when you calculate your sleeves. You're gonna have to have the amount of stitches for the length, but also 1 stitch for the turning. So since I'm doing 20 stitches, 15 for the half double crochet and 5 for the slip stitch ribbing, I'm going to crochet actually with a base of 21 chain stitches. So here I have 21 chain stitches. So I'm going to start the pattern. So the pattern is going to be like this. I am starting to work from the slip stitch, which means I am starting to work this part over here, so the cuff. So I'm going to skip the first stitch, and I'm going to insert the hook on the second stitch, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. So this is my first stitch, and I'm going to continue on the next chain stitch, another slip stitch. So for my pattern I have 5 slip stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 5. So this is the beginning of the pattern. Then the rest are going to be 15 closed half double crochet. I will yarn over, insert the hook on the next chain stitch, and half double crochet, closed half double crochet. So this is another stitch that I have a tutorial for this stitch, so you can check that tutorial if you want to learn the stitch in details. Just continue until the end. So I have in total 15 of these closed half double crochet stitches. Okay, so this is the pattern for the first row. Then I'm going to do one chain stitch. I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to work again 15 closed half double crochet stitches. And then once I arrive at the 15th, I'm going to tell you how the pattern will continue. So I do this in the back loop to have the effect, this effect, like a knit stitch. But there are so many different ribbings now that look different other stitches that look like knit stitches, but in my case I'm using this closed half double crochet through the back loop. So I'm going to continue on the way back 15 closed half double crochet stitches. So I started the chain stitches. I started the chain stitches, then I went this way, slip stitches, the first row, then half double crochet stitches. Then I turned, I did the amount of half double crochet stitches, so I'm here right now. So here, before I do this 5 slip stitches, I actually, for the second row, I'm not going to do them. So I finished the 15 closed half double crochet stitches, I will leave the 5 slip stitches, I'm just going to do one chain, I'm going to turn my work, and I am going to work again half double crochet stitches, all the 15 of them on the way back. So this is the cuff. I'm just going to leave it free without working it. And here we are. So this is my third row, right? So the first row is this way, the second is this way, that we don't crochet the slip stitches. Then the third one, we just crochet on the way up, on this way, where is the opening of the arm. So this way, only the closed half double crochet stitches. So we work only these stitches. Then I'm going to do one chain, and I'm going to turn my work. I will skip the chain, and I'm going to work again all the 15 closed half double crochet stitches. And then once I arrived here for the 4th row, I'm going to crochet also this 5. So this is how this pattern works. So I will just crochet the 15 slip stitches first. And here it is. So I crocheted the 15 closed half double crochet stitches. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to work these 5 slip stitches that I have here for the cuff. But for the first slip stitch that I do here, I have to first grab where I have the ribbing over here, just insert from the back to the front the hook. So grab this as a loop, then grab the back loop of the first slip stitch. So you have like this. Then I'm going to yarn over, and I'm just going to pull through all the 3 loops. This is my first slip stitch. So it might look like this, don't worry, it is all okay, all fine. So this is my first slip stitch, and I'm going to continue working all the stitches through the back loop with a slip stitch, which I have another 4, so this is the second one. Then I have again the third one through the back loop, 4th and 5th, all slip stitches through the back loop. And this is how it looks. So you can see the puffiness from the first 2 ribbings, right? So this will help you to have that cuff, that straight, that really tight cuff, and this puffiness at the sleeve. And this is what basically this sleeve is. So I'm going to work one chain. I'm going to turn my work. So on the way back, I'm just going to work the same amount of stitches. So I'm going to do 5 slip stitches and 15 closed half double crochet. So once we finish and we came here at the end, now for the next one we're just repeating the same pattern that we did here for the second row. So now I'm going to do one chain, turn my work, and then I'm going to actually crochet only the stitches with closed half double crochet. So in my case I have 15 through the back loop, so I'm going to crochet 15 closed half double crochet, and then I'm going to leave these 5 slip stitches. Then I'm going to go back, crochet them on the way back as well. So now the next 2 rows, so one this way and one on the other way, I'm just crocheting 15 closed half double crochet. I hope that makes sense. And here it is. So now I'm going to, for the next row, again, I'm just going to repeat the same thing that I did on this side over here. So I'm going to do one chain stitch, turn my work, and this time I'm crocheting all the 15 closed half double crochet stitches, but then I am also crocheting the 5 slip stitches. Again, here I'm going to grab one loop here as I showed you previously. So first let's crochet the 15 closed half double crochets. So here we are. So once I crocheted the 15 closed half double crochet, I will insert the hook here where I have the previous ribbing from the back to the front to grab one loop over here, and then I'm going to insert at the back loop of the first slip stitch, yarn over and pull through all this. So this is my first slip stitch, and just keep crocheting through the back loop all the slip stitches one by one to the end. So 2 slip stitches, 3 slip stitches, 3, 4 and 5. This is the 5th one, and that's it. So you can now see how this pattern works. So you can also see the ribbings that are not worked into the cuff. So I hope this tutorial makes sense. So I'm just going to repeat the same pattern again. On the way back, on this way, I'm crocheting all the stitches, 5 slip stitches and closed half double crochet stitches. But then on this way back, on this way here, I'm not crocheting the slip stitches anymore. So I will come here, go back, then this other way I'm crocheting them to the end. So I hope this makes sense and you can actually see how this pattern works, and you can see that the first ribbing is worked into the cuff, but the second ribbing is not worked into the cuff. I think you can see very clear from the pattern. So the second one is not worked to the cuff. Then the third one, it is worked into the cuff, but then the fourth one is worked not into the cuff. So this is how this pattern works if you want to have those balloony sleeves, and the more balloony the better. They are very, very fashionable right now, so probably a lot of you want to crochet them. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if so, just give me a thumbs up and yeah, subscribe if you are new to the channel. I will see you soon with another tutorial, and until the next one, bye! Cheers!